We haven't been dating for that long. We've been dating since July 4th officially.
After that fateful night on July 4th, he kind of stopped posting photos of her altogether. That is until that gross makeout video that we all know too well that got posted in September.
I'm so terrified of being evil.
At first, people were wondering, like, is this real? Is this not real? Was that kind of annoying for you?
Not really.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. Today we are talking about a couple that I haven't spoken about on this channel in a very long time, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Shawn and Camila are your basic best friends turned to lovers cliche. It's what Hollywood loves and it's what Hollywood wants, so it wasn't a surprise when they started dating in June 2019. That is, if you're on the outside and you don't want to look deeper beneath the surface. But that's what we do on this channel. You see, when it comes to Hollywood celebrities, there's this little thing called fake relationships. Believe it or not, many celebrities will go all the way in their fake relationship and even get married. Now, when Camila and Shawn first got together, there were a lot of suspicious things going on which led people into thinking that they are in a fake relationship. Or, at the very least, a very attention-seeking couple. This fake relationship theory got so out of hand that even mainstream media was covering it. Now, if your little heartstrings can't handle the calculated world of Hollywood, click out. But if you want to stick around and hear the weird things that Camila and Shawn did that make people think they're fake, keep watching. Number 1. When Camila and Shawn first dropped Señorita, Camila was still in a relationship with Matthew Jose. This is the main fact that people overlook when it comes to Shawn and Camila. The whole year-long relationship that Camila was in shortly before getting with Shawn. I don't blame them since Matthew is kind of irrelevant in the celebrity world, but some fans believe that her relationship with Matthew was fake. I don't really believe that for my own reasons, but besides the point. Matthew and Camila were first linked together in February 2018 when they went on a beach trip to Mexico. They were pretty serious, at least that's what they told us. Matthew had met Camila's family and had hung out with her mom publicly. Camila spoke about how similar she is to him and how he makes her the happiest she's ever been. At this time, she was working on her second album, Romance, which she told the world was about Matthew. We'll talk about this part later in the video. Anyways, they were spotted together frequently, but let's just jump to 2019 where that gets interesting. In May 2019, they took a romantic trip to Italy and arrived back to LA smiling on May 12th. The last time they were spotted was mid-May. So this is where everything starts to get interesting. On June 20, 2019, Shawn and Camila released their single Señorita, which they were working on since December 2018. This was not a spontaneous collab. Everything was thoroughly calculated and planned for this collab, including the music video, joint interviews, photo shoots, and so on. The music video was very sexy, steamy, and they were on top of each other throughout the whole thing. The following day, their V magazine cover spread where they promoted and talked about the song was released. The photo shoot consisted of very sexy and close photos that basically grabbed everyone's attention if it wasn't already grabbed by the music video. So, where is Matthew? Well, I'm glad you asked. On June 26, 6 days after Señorita's release, Camila's official team reported to E! News to tell us that the duo had broken up. The following day, on June 27, she told her fans to stop adding more pain to pain in a lengthy Instagram post. And then, that was a wrap for Camila and Matthew. Shawmila, take one and action. They were everywhere that summer, kissing and on top of each other in every hole on earth. Number 2. Their staged paparazzi photos. One of the main reasons that people didn't buy into their relationship is due to how oversaturated they became. It's like you release a single together and then suddenly you start dating. I mean, it's a little sus. Anyways, so when Camila and Shawn were on the beach, onlookers photographed them while they were getting photographed. And you can see here that they have one photographer following them around and getting all of their photos. It wasn't even paparazzi, it was just one sole photographer following them around. If you're not familiar with the concept of paparazzi, it's usually a couple of them, and usually they stay far away and zoom up on the photos, at least on the beach. But nope, not this photographer. He was smack in the middle. If I didn't know better, I think he's filming a Shawmila documentary. On other occasions, when the paparazzi were photographing them, they're staring right into the camera as if they're ready to be told, yes, good pose, now give me something else. I think one of my favorite paparazzi moments is when the photographer that they've been seeing the whole outing comes up to them and Camila is so, oh no, and shocked and bothered by them. So she starts running away and trying to access a store because she's so frustrated. And Shawn was just blindly following around, looking all confused. I mean, that's just hilarious. I'm going to link my blog post on them that will talk more about paparazzi photos and how celebrity teams will always order beach photos for a couple, and I'll also spill some inside tea. Enjoy! Now going back to their personal relationship, you can see in videos how they only put on the show in front of fans or cameras. In this video here, you can see that as soon as they pass the crowd, they stopped holding hands. Shawn goes on his phone and stomps away to the point where Camila is chasing after him. By the end of the video, Shawn is way ahead of Camila. In this next video, you can see Shawn and Camila are walking away from the public and into a parking garage, which I don't think they're aware that they're being filmed. Shawn is storming in front of her while Camila is doubling her speed just to catch up to him. You can see him turn his head to say one or two things while she is practically out of breath to hear him. One could argue that they're in a rush. But why is it whenever they don't know that they're being filmed, we see Shawn stomping away from her? Video continues, and in this portion of the video, you can see that they have arrived at whatever destination they were at because they are seen leaving the car. As they are approaching the exit of the garage, you can see Camila run to him, put her arms around him, and they start talking and smiling as if they're getting ready for the cameras. What were they preparing for? This outing, of course. Suddenly, they are hand in hand and Camila isn't running after Shawn, who's stomping off. Oh no, the photos that are getting published show them happy and in love. Maybe they were running late for the paparazzi who was waiting for them? Number 3. Quarantine zombies. During the peak of quarantine, when cases were at an all-time high in the US, Shawn and Camila were seen strolling the streets every single day. This upset people because celebrities are all like, everyone, please stay home, yet they're out on strolls every other day. Not only were they out during the pandemic, but they also looked like literal zombies on crack. See for yourself. They are seen walking with their eyes closed and everyone is like, is it acid that they're doing? Someone on Twitter even edited the video and added the Squidward sound effects that his shoes make when he walks or something like that. I don't know if this was a private neighborhood or whatnot, but it's hard to believe that the paparazzi caught them in this private, quiet neighborhood at the height of quarantine. And if you're new to the celebrity world, celebrities or their publicists contacting the paparazzi is a very real and normal thing in Hollywood. I would assume that the paparazzi were in quarantine too. Number 4. Shawn says he's scared of turning evil after having an argument with Camila. Relax, Shawn, this isn't Money Heist. While appearing on the Man Enough podcast, Shawn spoke openly about his worries of being the bad guy in his relationship with Camila. When asked by co-host Justin Baldoni what terrifies him most, Shawn recalled how he saw himself following a recent argument with Camila. I raised my voice at her, and she was like, I don't like it when you raise your voice. Why did you raise your voice? And I got so defensive. I was like, I wasn't raising my voice at you. And I did raise my voice at her. And then I felt her shrink and I felt me grow, and I was like, oh god, this is the worst. I'm so terrified of being evil. I'm so scared to be bad. I don't want to be bad. Shawn then explained that he and Camila had to get into this massive conversation about what went down during their little argument. He continues and says, maybe there even is bad inside of me, and I have to just accept that that exists. And that other part of me, he's just got to be here, and we've just got to work together until eventually he gets worked in all of the trauma, and all of the kinks get rubbed out of him and he's okay. but I can't avoid the fact that there's a little bit of darkness inside of me, and letting that darkness kind of be present is a horrible feeling. Okay. Anyone who's in a relationship knows that the highs and lows are normal. Fights are inevitable. Disagreements are part of a relationship. The fact that Shawn's first reaction to this so-called disagreement is that I'm so terrified of being evil is just crazy to me. Now, let me know what you think, but what I think is that Shawn doesn't know what a regular relationship is like. There was no need for him to go on this whole hero-villain tangent, and if he was in a normal and real relationship, he wouldn't feel the need to go on with this whole soap opera. It just reminds me of someone trying so desperately to prove something to the general public and then just going off on a weird tangent. It's like when you're lying and you ramble and hope that it provides authenticity. Let me know if you agree or disagree and why or why not. Number 5. Saying that all of their songs are about each other. In Shawn's documentary, the one thing that stood out to everyone was his declaration of love for Camila and how he has been apparently pining for her all these years. The songs have always been about you. They've always been about you, Shawn says as if he's in a dramatic episode of One Tree Hill. One article in Refinery 29 titles their post saying, "Defying all logic, Shawn Mendes says every song he's ever written is about Camila Cabello." As that article stated, to be saying that your music since the start, 2014, has always been about Camila is quite the romantic revelation, and it's interesting because both of them were linked with other people during that time. Camila had a thing with Michael Clifford from 5 Seconds of Summer in 2014. Then she briefly dated Austin Mahone in 2015, and after that she dated Matthew Hussey up until 2019, 1 week before she started dating Shawn. And not to mention her rumored fling with Lauren Haregi. So when exactly did either of them have any sort of room for a romantic forbidden fling? The way Shawn's making it seem. Shawn himself was linked to different girls, Alicia Cara being one of them. These photos were taken literally in May 2019, 1 month before he and Camila debuted. He was also trying to convince us all in 2018 that he was heartbroken that Hailey Baldwin got engaged to Justin Bieber because he had feelings for her. Talking about falling for Hailey, he said, "I think I'm an idiot to not, but you can't control your heart." I love how it went from "you can't control your heart" to "Camila, Camila, Camila, I breathe, love, sing, eat, pray, Camila. Camila, I spent 43 years crying over her and writing her poems. Who am I without Camila?" It's just interesting to see how certain narratives try to rewrite history. And it's sad to see Shawn's artistry get lost in this bubble of Camila has always been his muse. I don't see Camila centering her entire career over him the way he is over her. When Camila's second album Romance dropped in December 2019, all everyone talked about was how the album was about her relationship with Shawn. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, Camila has said in interviews that creating this album was due to a result that she was in love. In love with who, you may ask? Matthew. 3 months before Shawn and Camila debuted, she was in an interview talking about how she's working on music about being in love because she's so in love right now. She literally recorded Romance from November 2018 until October 2019. Then she suddenly dated Shawn in June 2019, where they spent all summer promoting Señorita by kissing every 4 seconds. You're trying to tell me that in 4 months she re-recorded and wrote a bunch of new songs about him when she was literally last spotted with Matthew in May? It's kind of hard to believe. I can keep rambling about Shawn and Camila, but I can talk about them in a part 2 if that's what you're interested in. We can even talk about their breakup in summer 2020 that they claimed was unofficial. There's always a lot of scandalous tea in the media if you look for it. Anyways, be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on Shawn and Camila? What do you think about everything I talked about here? And if you disagree with anything I said, why or why not? I'll be looking forward to hearing your insight. Be sure to like and subscribe for new videos every week. Check out exposingsmg.com for more insight tea and follow us on our social media. Thanks, and as always, I'll see you next time.